Welcome to the weekly gaming quick save show recorded live at 3 p.m. Pacific time every Friday right here on twitch.tv/benreacts. On this week's show, I'm going to be going over all the conferences, seeing what I think about it. There's a lot to go over, really getting not necessarily into the nitty-gritty about all of it, kind of as an overview of everything. Also, going to pick my favorite games of the show and least favorite, because there are a few that need to be, maybe not need to be, but should be kind of addressed. And we're going to look at how my predictions went, because I made a lot of predictions for E3, and I think I did pretty well overall. I'm going to kind of look into it. And Resident Evil 7, because I'm a big Resident Evil fan, and some shit happened. Let's get right into it. So, things started out on Sunday with EA's conference, and it's really, I didn't watch this conference because I had heard how bad it was, and going over and looking at, oh, these are the trailers from the EA conference. There's 3 trailers to watch. I'm not watching it, and quite frankly, this is maybe the 3rd year in a row of a really shitty EA conference, and this might be the worst one, realistically. Say what you will about the sports stuff that goes on for way too long. They just continue to show nothing. So we got Mass Effect Andromeda. That's the big thing everyone's excited for. Oh, it's coming out. It was supposed to come out this year, but it got delayed to early 2017. Okay, let's see what they have at E3. What do they have at E3? Jack shit. That's what they have. So that's not a good showing. You're still, here's a bunch of people on computers. We animated a smile. Like, all right, that's cool, but that's not a game, and that really does not look well when your game's supposed to come out in 8 months. No, I don't believe it for a second. Unless in 3 months or so, maybe in around October, maybe. Unless then they have a ton of gameplay of Mass Effect, it's not coming out in spring. It might not even come out in fall 2017 at the rate this is going. Think about it this way. No Man's Sky was revealed 3 years ago or so with more gameplay than we've seen of this game. It's not happening. I just don't see it happening. And this could be a 2018 game for all we fucking know. They're showing nothing. It looks pretty. Oh, here's an environment. Oh, that's great. Is there a game here? We haven't even seen a dialogue wheel. Ridiculous. Other things at EA. Titanfall 2. Alright, the campaign looks interesting, but I don't know if I'll ever play it. It seems why do the robots have personality? I don't know. Who cares? I don't know. The whole conference, that's the biggest thing you show, except for Battlefield 1. And Battlefield 1 looks interesting, but I'm never going to play that. I'm not going to play any of these things. And besides those two, oh, here's some football, here's some soccer. Bye. Great show. And Star Wars, yeah, that's the other thing. Here's a 5-minute view of people in offices working. We're pretty sure they're working. We only have 3 seconds of an alpha game to show you. But we're pretty sure they're working on about 3 or 4 games. Pretty sure. We're confident. They tell us, EA, that they're working. And they are. They don't have anything to show, so don't fucking say anything. What's your trailer? Oh, what's your trailer for the new Star Wars game? A bunch of people in office chairs? Like, what the? Get your shit together. Because this is the 3rd year in a row, as I said, of a really shitty EA press conference. Really bad. I didn't even watch this one. I know it was bad. Because if this is all you have, if this was all you had and they were good, like, trailers for each of these things, then maybe. But only 2 of these actually had gameplay and trailers. So no, you did bad. Move on to Bethesda. I don't know what the hell just happened down there on my screen. Oh, that's my hand. It's called a hand. This is a hand. I'm with you. Now, Bethesda's was good, but not as good as last year's. For a couple of reasons. So Prey is the biggest news to me I love this whole setting and aesthetic, I guess, like this space, weird deja vu clone shit going on. There were some Dead Space vibes in it. Really enjoyed that trailer. Kind of, there were rumblings of Prey 2 or just Prey coming out. So this is really cool to see. No gameplay. So, and this is an entirely CG trailer. Anyway, that's a couple years away, for sure. But very intrigued, super into it. Then we move. Let's move into Dishonored 2, which took up 30 minutes of this whole thing. I feel like it started with a couple of things and then went to Dishonored and then left Dishonored and then came back. And I really like Dishonored 1, but look and watching the trailers for Dishonored 1, I was not interested. And watching this stuff for Dishonored 2, I'm not that interested either. The cool time travel mirror thing you get, that was interesting. But you showed too much. Also, I played through Dishonored 1 not killing or fighting anyone. So they keep showing all this gameplay. I'm like, I never did any of this. I don't know if this is new or not. I straight up never hit anyone with the bladed weapon in that game. So I don't understand. And they really emphasized combat and kind of being more aggressive, which I feel is counter to a stealth game. Or at least the way I played it, because it's a stealth game. It's a fucking stealth game, right? Am I crazy here? I am crazy, but that's separate. Then we move to Skyrim. Great. Here's a pretty Skyrim. I fucking could have just bought the game on PC 10 years ago, whatever. Here's your Skyrim. Now everyone shut up about it, please. Done. Then we get Fallout 4 DLC, and I don't know what happened at Bethesda where this whole, what is it called, workshops or the camps or the community things is a big thing for them. You can build this and you can build all these features and roll these little Marble Madness things and you can make a vault now. And I'm like, who wants this? Who wanted this so badly that 4 roughly out of these 6 DLC packs for this game are gonna be that? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know who wants that more. I don't get it. I don't get it. But we do get Nuka World, and I'm super excited for that. Far Harbor was great, so I'm in. But man, after Fallout 3's DLC and even New Vegas's DLC, oof, that's why I bought the season pass, right? Before it went up in price, was for DLC like that. 5 cool pieces of DLC. And then this one, oh, you're getting 6. Am I getting 6? Because one's a bunch of robots, and 3 of them are build a bunch of garbage. Oh, you get weapon and armor racks. Great. Woohoo. What the fuck is that for? I mean, that should have been already there. What is this garbage? I don't understand. Whatever. Just give me my stupid Nuka World theme park and I'm done with you. Done. That's the last time I buy your season pass before I know what's in it, because I don't trust you anymore. You lost it. You lost the trust. Ridiculous. And then they also talked about VR. I don't know why I keep doing this. Talked about VR. So we got Fallout and Doom in VR. I still don't trust VR. I still don't think it's gonna work very well, but it could be interesting in games like this that are already established and actual fucking games. Oh, also there was Quake, but they didn't show anything for that. Even more about that at QuakeCon. You might as well wait till then. My neighbor just made some weird ass noise. I don't know what it was. It's like you're moving a giant rug. I don't know what it was. It's my show. I can talk about rugs moving. Then we move to Microsoft. Now Microsoft was a good show, for sure. I'll go in the order of things I have listed here so that I don't get all jumbled up. Sea of Thieves. Now, I like Rare. And, well, I thought I liked Rare. And then Rare Replay came out, and I realized that they kind of just make a lot of decent games with a few really good ones, like Banjo-Kazooie. So I'm not excited for Sea of Thieves very much. And then they have this trailer with these people. There were real people, and I believe these were real reactions and their discussions, but they were I don't know. Did you give these people happy pills? I don't understand. And the editing was really part of the problem. They're talking over it. We gotta raise the sale, gotta raise it. Like, chill the fuck out. No one plays games like this. And that was a real problem, not only at this show, but at Ubisoft's, and kind of throughout. Maybe just Microsoft and Ubisoft. These people with their canned discussions over the game, it's so bad. You can just give the game to people and have them actually play it. I don't know why you have to make this weird, shitty dialogue for it. And this was real people. No interest in this game. That's the no interest in this. I don't understand it at this point. I don't know. Gears of War 4. Look good. Looks like Gears of War. Great. That's great. Gears of War is great. Good. That's all you needed to do. Done. Release it. Dead Rising 4 is my biggest thing. Now this leaked out early, but man, I love Dead Rising. And another one, all on board. Really excited too. It's coming to Windows 10. A lot of these things are Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive. This is limited exclusivity to Xbox One and Windows 10. Damn, am I excited. Fucking love Dead Rising. I think Dead Rising 3 is great. I think all of them are great. This is a zombie game I'm interested in. And there are a lot of zombie games this year, which we'll get into. Trying not to stay too long on each thing. I will be talking more about Dead Rising 4 later. Then we move to Scalebound, which has so we had Sea of Thieves, where people talking over it is obnoxious. Then we have Scalebound, where the main character is constantly narrating it, and it's awful. And, gotta jump over here. I'm gonna throw some bombs at its weak spot. Shut up, dude. Stop. It's incessant. Shut up. Why? This is why people make fun of video games. Because you have this dumb shit. Did no one at the studio play this and think this sound? Everyone thought this sounded fine. Everyone at Microsoft thought this was okay and didn't say, no, change that. Because it sounded so bad. So terrible. Unbelievable. There are many mistakes like this. I feel like if you're going to put on this big show, you should maybe fine-tune little points here and there. And that's a tighten up the graphics. Really just the audio on Scalebound, please. Fix that up. I don't know why I have Halo Wars 2 down here because I have nothing to say about it. But here it is. It's coming to PC. Yippee-doo. We got Recore, which feels like a lot of people weren't expecting it to look like the way it does. And I don't know if I was either. I kind of didn't give it much thought at all. It looks like Ratchet & Clank, and I'm not, whatever. Not very impressed or amazed. Now, Inside is the new game from the Limbo devs. I don't remember their name, nor do I care, because Limbo isn't very good, in my opinion, until about the last 20 minutes. And it's like, oh, this is a great game. Too bad I had to play the other 2 hours where I hated it and wanted to kill myself. Which is ironic because you die a lot in that game. So this could be interesting. Comes out in about a couple weeks actually, really, at the end of the month. It's a masterpiece. Well, this is the same idiots who sucked so much Limbo cock, I can't trust them. Because it wasn't that good, okay? I'm sorry. Limbo wasn't that great. It really wasn't. And you're going to tell me Inside, a trailer that literally showed nothing. Not even, it showed the setting. Oh, here's the setting for our game. I'm glad I know the fucking setting. You want to know how to do a cool trailer for your indie game? We Happy Few. Really good, and speaking of fun pills, really good trailer for your cool indie game. Love the setting of that. Very intrigued by it. Super interested. Early access. Whatever. I don't even know what type of game it is. I don't even fucking care. Like a weird, twisted Bioshock world. Love it. Love it. Inside. Pick a better name for your game too. Inside. Am I supposed to Google that? Inside game. What? That is how I Googled it and I found it really quick. Ubisoft doesn't even get a fucking picture. And I didn't watch Ubisoft's either because you make your 2-hour press conference too long. Too long. Wildlands. looks actually kind of like Metal Gear Solid 5. That could be interesting. Good. Thumbs up, I guess. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? Watch Dogs 2. Steep. Well, way to make snowboarding games not look very fun, but maybe good. Who cares? South Park, great. South Park is a highlight of their show. But here's the thing. Their show was 8,000 minutes long. And that, way too long. Sony's show, which is after this one, was so good because it wasn't 2 hours. It wasn't these 10-minute dev interviews that I didn't really watch it. But I watched Microsoft and Sony's because they're the best ones, and Bethesda. And Bethesda did a good job too. Ubisoft, chill the fuck out. You always make your show way too goddamn long. Okay. For Honor. I'm hesitant on For Honor. I think it could be good, but I need to know how it controls. I guess I could look that up, but how? How could I do that? On a computer? Pfft, nobody got time for that. For Honor, I don't know. There's something about it. Something about the gameplay that they showed really looked limited and not very... It just didn't look right. Something about it really didn't look as fun. In a world where I have my Dark Souls kind of stuff, combat going on, and then I have Bayonetta style combat, this seemed in a completely third arena of kind of just boring. I don't know. Some people are saying it looks like that launch game for Xbox One. What was it? With the Rise. And I could see that, I guess, but I don't know. It's a game that exists. At this point, it's a game that exists. A lot of these games are just... Then we move Trials of the Blood Dragon. Way to ruin Blood Dragon. Goodbye. Now, Sony had a good conference. We'll start with Death Stranding, which is not a game. This is a video of a game. Who knows what this is going to be? Very interested, very intrigued, and very pleased with all the memes. Very, very pleased. Top memes. Dog. Okay, then we go to Spider-Man. Looks great. Rumored, surprise, here it is, Spider-Man. Totally digging it. We haven't had a good Spider-Man game in years. Maybe it ties into the movie. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Then we moved into a bunch of VR shit. I wasn't paying attention. Blah, blah, blah. I'll get to Resident Evil 7 in a second. Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty looks really good. I like space stuff. So, everyone can hate on it all they want, but you already have the other games. If you just want to play those, just go play those. No one's stopping you from playing the old games. No one's making you buy this. No one's making you like this. Do whatever you want. We're getting a Crash Bandicoot. What the fuck is it? We're getting a Crash Bandicoot remake, I guess. 1 through 3. HD. I don't know who this is for. I mean, I guess people really like these games. They're terrible. They're outright terrible. At least Bandicoot 1, which you play a bit of in Uncharted 4. I don't care. That's not really a spoiler. Who gives a shit? You play a shitty game in Uncharted 4. Easily the worst part of Uncharted 4 is playing Crash Bandicoot. It's only good because it's kind of funny, and you get to realize how shitty the game is. The game is terrible. So yeah, reimagine it and make it have a decent camera. Maybe it'll be good. But the game's terrible. So whatever. Move to Resident Evil 7, which I played the demo and we'll have more thoughts on that later. But Resident Evil 7 is... So they show this as like from the people from the kitchen demo or whatever. And so I immediately knew it was Capcom. It's going through it and I'm worried. Like, this could be Resident Evil. I don't like where this is headed. It's in the VR section and it's showing it off as VR. Like, this better not be a VR only Resident Evil. And there's the reveal. It is Resident Evil 7, but it's not VR only, so thank God. But this trailer really did not feel like Resident Evil at all. Any of them. Literally any of the Resident Evil games. It just did not feel like it to me. It feels like it's being some kind of different, just like a different genre of horror. It did not feel like Resident Evil 7 to me, and we'll talk about the demo later. Okay, moving back to more zombies. Days Gone. Very interesting. At first I thought they might be... At first when they showed Days Gone, I was like, oh, okay, it's the zombie, it's Sony Ben's game. And then they leave it, and then they end the show with Days Gone. And the whole time from the first trailer, I was thinking, man, this looks like The Last of Us. It really looks like The Last of Us. And I was half expecting them to be like, oh, we're going to take a look at Days Gone again. And then the end of that trailer would just be like, nah, it's not Days Gone, it's Last of Us 2. Like someone else was making it. That would have been a super cool reveal, but that's not what happened. And these zombies are definitely not Last of Us zombies. But the gameplay I thought looked really good. I loved seeing them flow out of windows and doors and shit. That was amazing. The physics of them falling around, very technically impressive. Super into it. Super into it. They had a great show. They had a phenomenal show. Alright, then we have God of War. Now, I've never liked the God of War combat that much, but... So I don't mind it looking kind of weird. This is interesting. I don't know where the butt came from. This is a big departure, though, and I don't know, since I wasn't necessarily a God of War fan, I don't know if I want this, or if this is good, or what's happening. No one took my joke I made of Rise of the God Raider. I thought it was pretty good. No one else cared. No one cared about that. Hey, Will, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. You're at a good time to join in, because I'm about to complain about something. Not Detroit. Now we moved to Detroit. I think Detroit looks amazing. I loved Heavy Rain. I enjoyed Beyond Two Souls, despite everyone bitching and moaning. The story's out of order. Alright, you baby. You fucking just get over it. Detroit looks amazing. Also, phenomenal way to show the trailer and show different permutations of how it all works. Rise of the God Raider. Because it's God of War and he's running around and he's getting experience. It's a good joke. Very solid. Very 7 out of 10 joke there. Very solid. Ridiculous. Detroit looks great. Love it. Love it. I think I might have neglected to put that on my top 5 of the show. I hope I didn't. I don't even remember what my list is. This is how professional I am. Alright. Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, there's a couple things to mention here. I think Horizon looks good. They showed actual gameplay in terms of this is how you will play the gameplay. And that's cool and all. But they also showed some really shitty, dated NPC dialogue wheel garbage. And I'd like to focus on one part of it right here. Now, no one seems to be talking about this, but I think this dialogue right here, just as egregious as that wizard, yeah, add a joke counter. You know, in Destiny, the beta, they're like, that wizard came from the moon. And everyone jumped on that. This piece of dialogue right here, just as bad. Just as bad. Okay, so in one of my few audio video, let's make it the bullshit thing. All right, here we go.
Turn back! Corrupted machines in the valley!
I laughed out loud in a theater with a bunch of people at this line. Turn back! Corrupted machines in the valley! What the fuck are you talking about? Could you have gotten anyone to re-record this? Oh, we're only going to E3 and showing this to millions of people. Let's just have Joe the intern record it on his free time. Alright, record the line. Whoa, corrupted machines in the valley. Okay, can we get another take? Hold back. Corrupted machines in the valley. Like, no one said this was bad. This is terrible. All the NPC dialogue, this is awful. It's so bad. It's laughably bad. It's so bad. This is the rest of it. This is the rest of it right here.
I have to cross. I'm headed for the border.
Then may the goddess show mercy.
What is that line? What the fuck was that? May the goddess show mercy. I'm intentionally looking off to the side like a doofus. It's so bad. It is so bad. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe no one's jumped all over this. It is so horrible. Unbelievable. I cannot believe it. That's what unbelievable means. You define the word. So bad. So bad. Rest of the game looks amazing. But the dialogue, really, I could have accidentally recorded better dialogue for this. Like, even from a writing standpoint, it's kind of weak, but it's fine. It's fine. The performance and delivery of your AAA title that a lot of people are excited about at your E3 press conference is laughable. After this, you go and you talk to that one guy who runs away, skittishly. And I liked him running away. That was cool. Because it made sense. A lot of times NPCs, you talk to them and they just kind of walk away like idiots. His dialogue's terrible. It's so bad. It's so bad. I can't believe how bad it is, man. I can't replay it. Oh, okay, let's go back and replay it. All right, here you go. Try yourself.
Turn back! Corrupted machines in the valley!
I have to cross. I'm headed for the border.
Then may the goddess show mercy.
What? Like, he's like in another fucking game. Then may the goddess show mercy. It's like, what? He sounds like NPC chatter that's like super in the background of an Assassin's Creed game that you like don't really hear, but it's mixed in with all the other crowd noise. That's what he sounds like. It's so bad. It's so bad. I can't believe how bad it is. And the fact that I've seen no one mention it. No one mention how bad it is. It's oh my god. I can't. You want to see the other NPC dialogue that was all oh, here it is right here. It's talking to this guy right here.
You did it! I came from Mother's Rise.
Corrupted attacked the village.
Yes, and something worse. A demon.
A demon.
What do you mean, a demon?
It scuttled from the forest. Drove a group of watchers mad.
How did it do that?
I saw, but I did not.
Look at even the presentation of this. Look at the presentation of it. It's so like Skyrim back and forth. It's so old. You're copying Mass Effect 1. Don't do that. Make your own thing. You're copying a game that came out 10 years ago almost. It's so, oh man.
I don't understand. Oh, goddess, protect us.
This is the best part of him running away.
Keep running for Mother's Crown. It's not far.
Come with me, or the demon will kill you.
I don't believe in demons, and I don't run when lives are at stake. Get out of here.
And look at her, like the animation.
You're crazy!
I don't believe in demons, and I don't run from danger. All right, lady. What the fuck was that? Laughably bad. All right, laughably bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. The rest of your game looks great. This looks like garbage. If you showed just that NPC, you'd be like, what is this budget indie greenlight game that looks beautiful, but is an indie greenlight game? It's... Then they showed the Last Guardian, whose name I keep forgetting. I keep trying to remember the name. Every once in a while I'll try to remember it. I'm like, I don't remember what it is. Last Guardian. Looks like a game. We got a release date? Sure, fine. Looks like a game. That's a game that happened. You know what? I bet it has better dialogue because they don't speak English or any language in that game. And Mulan the movie, it sounds bad. Yeah, it sounds bad. But then we move on to Zelda because holy shit, I fucking love Zelda, and we got a lot of Zelda. Now I'm gonna play this, no sound. Now better not get no copyright shit, Nintendo. They usually don't. I'll block the screen. So Zelda, this is crazy. And what they had to do. So this is the only game they really... This is the only game they had their booth. The only game they really showed. They showed it all day on Tuesday or whatever day that was. I don't know how days of the week work. Yeah, it's Tuesday. And I watched all of it. And it really looks phenomenal. Some people might be like, other games have done this. Yeah, Zelda game hasn't done this. And you know what? Who makes the best game? Nintendo. This is the first Nintendo open world game. And it looks like fucking Metal Gear Solid 5 at times. It's where do you even begin with this? Because there's so much changed here. It's completely different. There's loot, there's crafting, there's this stamina. You can jump. The control scheme is completely revamped. I mean, from Ocarina of Time, we had Majora's Mask, and that's obviously basically the same. And then we had Wind Waker, which kind of just expanded upon it, but didn't add too much. And that was in 2003. We haven't had an update to the formula since then, and it's super nice to see them actually change things and to see what you can do in this. There's a point in this where there's it's really windy and there's a campfire and there's a bunch of little trees. And so Link chomps down the trees. They blow into the fire, so that the branches catch on fire. It blows into the tall grass and catches all the grass on fire. And all the little goblins or whatever the fuck are looking over there like, hey, why is everything on fire? It's incredible what they've done. And they've taken this series 15 years ahead of where it was. Finally. Now they just need to do that for Pokemon, because that's another one that's really far behind. There's so much to love with this, and I can't even, I don't know, it just looks incredible to me. I'm so down with it. It's huge, huge open world. They really went back to Zelda 1 and just, yeah, here's a world. You start in a cave, go. Fuck, here's a world, man. Oh, God. It looks so good. It looks so good. And you can get attacked by bees. There's so much dumb shit. You can paraglide. You can shield surf. The new abilities, like got this magnet thing, which the magnet isn't new because there was a magnet in Seasons or Ages. I forget which one, but they blend together. There was a magnet in that, but this is gonna like pick up metal objects and throw them around. You can throw a sword on the ground because your equipment doesn't last forever. You can throw a sword on the ground, pick it up with a magnet, and whack a dude with it from a distance for no reason. And there's other abilities like those, but even the bombs are different. You can just throw the bombs and detonate them when you want. There's a square bomb, so you don't have to worry about it rolling down a hill. Incredible. Loved it. I'm concerned about items a little bit because I feel like they showed a lot, but maybe they didn't. Because they showed the bombs, they showed the magnet, they showed you could stop time of certain objects and do things to them. So like you stop a ball and then you hit it and you build up like a bunch of pent up energy so that when the time restarts, it launches in the distance. What else was there? There was the build the tower out of water. That's been in similar things have been in Zelda before, but that looked cool. They had the fire rod where Link's just tossing shit on fire. The game looks amazing. I love it. I love it so much. There's stealth. There's a stealth, like how much sound you're making. There's the little temperature gauge. So if it gets cold, you have to eat a hot food or just like put on warm clothes. This is why the game took so long, because they fucking went crazy with it. Love it. Love it to death. Really, really hoping, and there have been some kind of weird things that Reggie said about it in the NX version, because it sounds to me like the NX might not be that powerful, and maybe it's even just a handheld only thing. I don't know. There's something weird going on with it, I feel. Getting weird vibes from it. So this could be the definitive version, and I kind of hope it is, because I don't want to buy an NX just for Zelda, but if there's an amazing looking Zelda on NX, I will want to. But I don't know if I want to wait if it's not at the same time. Good lord, this is insane. This is more than I could have hoped for. And with 6 hours, well, I watched 6 hours of footage of this, and it's in this one tiny area, and there's so much. There's so much, and they're saying this is 1% of the game. Now I don't believe that because those numbers are always funny. But man. It looks incredible. My favorite food to warm up with is hot cocoa. Well, I didn't see any cocoa, but there's crafting. You could grab like steak and a bunch of mushrooms and throw them in a pot and it makes an item. Really smart, really cool stuff there. There's a little concern with how many items you can hold. Frequently in these demos, they kind of seem to grab too many weapons. And then the game would tell you, hey, you gotta drop one of these. And that seemed like it could be annoying. It could be annoying to have to constantly kind of change weapons. But they're dropping everywhere, so it's not that big of a deal. You can catch all the bugs and shit. It's incredible. I love it. I love it. In conclusion, better than Horizon. No shitty NPC dialogue. Actually, no NPCs really shown except for the old man. And, well, there's a bunch of other weird guardian people, but that don't count. No towns, but towns are in the game. They've said that. So that's really intriguing to me as well. There's so much we haven't seen for this, and they showed so much. This is why this game is actually coming out next spring, unlike Mass Effect Andromeda, of which we saw nothing. We saw nothing. So that game's not coming. This game will. And this game is, Jesus Christ, worth the wait. Oh, man. Oh, I love it. Oh, I forgot to talk about the PlayStation Experience shit. So, Sony does the PlayStation Experience stuff where you can go to a theater and watch the show, and that was fine. Now, the feed this year like wasn't in full HD. It didn't look that great, so I don't know if the theater sucked or whatever. But I'd also like to talk about, what is this piece of paper? Alright. I'd also like to talk about the free shit you get. So we'll just keep watching Zelda. So you get some free stuff when you go there. So like you get a poster, right? A poster. They got a poster. Now see, this poster isn't very exciting now, is it? Now compare it to this poster from last year. Much shittier poster. So I feel like they might not do this forever because they're kind of fucking it all up. It seems as though they threw this together at the last minute because they gave out the pre-release tickets like a week early. That's kind of late. Not early. We got that. Also got this card. And a cup, which I don't have with me here. And some free stuff. I have $10 on PlayStation Network. Some beta for, I think, Paragon. Not very exciting. Kind of a letdown. This poster's garbage. Not that I put up posters. That's like the only poster. I just watched Zelda. Oh, man. Whew. Okay, gotta move on. There's a bunch of shit. Gonna go to top 5. It's happening. No, get that off of there. Click on a bunch of shit now. It's a whole to-do. Boom. Okay. So, there were a lot of, make sure the audio's on. The top 5 games that really impressed me out of E3, in no particular order because I forgot to order them, maybe subconsciously on purpose. I don't know. I just do things. This is what I do. Just do things. So Prey. I really enjoy. Can you scroll, computer? Do you mind scrolling a little? Thank you. That's fine. You can scroll that. That's good. Thank you. I think Prey looks amazing. I love the story setting of it. Super interested in it. That's all. That's all I need. All I need is this little tease. Boop. That's it. You got me. You got me in your thing. Done. Now, will this Prey game actually come out? Because I played Prey 1. And it was fine. But they're completely just taking the name for some reason and doing other stuff with it. Fine with it. Look great. Love the vibe. Very few games in that setting. We need it. This is the game we need, not the game we deserve. We deserve Zelda. Now, Days Gone. This isn't necessarily the type of game I'm super into, but I love seeing. We've gotten a lot of zombie games of like the slow zombies and whatever, but this, it almost seems like you're being attacked by a zombie fluid. Like, the zombies aren't static objects. They are a flood of zombies. And I really like that idea, and I think they executed it super well. Very impressive that it's running in the way it did. Looked great. Now, it remains to be seen how open that game is or how canned that footage was. That's a little concerning. But I think it looks great. A lot of Sony stuff in this pop-up. Now, Detroit. As I said earlier, I love the David Cage games. Heavy Rain's great. Beyond is good. Really good. To super cool. And this, I love the robot setting. I love the future vibe. Giving these androids and having them exist in the world, and there's like this prejudice against androids. Love the idea of that. I think it's super interesting to me. Love to see it. Trailer was amazing. It's all I wanted. All I wanted. Now, when will this game come out? Who the hell knows? Because they take forever. But maybe next year, please. Please, 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 please. I love it. Love it. Dead Rising 4. Yeah. Dead Rising 4. Fuck yeah, zombies. Chopping them in half. You're making weird things. They got like mech suits, throwing shit, blowing up zombies. There's a lot of zombies this year. And I'm super down with killing more zombies in Dead Rising 4. Dead Rising 4 is so appealing to me that I'm still not sure if I'm going to upgrade my PC to Windows 10 to play it. Because I could just wait 3 months to buy it on Steam or something, but Dead Rising, I don't know. I don't know. It's a really tough decision. These are really tough life choices I have to make in the coming months. It's really, I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. I love Dead Rising. What it does with like things are timed. It's so interesting to me. It does open world in a different way. There's no real like quest. You'll find people randomly and you kind of do things. It's got the psychopaths that are just psychopaths killing people, and they're all weird. And I guess 3s weren't that great, but 1 and 2 had great. And 1 and 2, oh my god! I really hope it goes kind of more back to 1 and 2. It's got Frank West. Super into it. Super into it. And then Zelda, because did I not say that Zelda was amazing? Zelda was everything I wanted. Except it looks a little old, but I don't care, because it's finally an open world Zelda that isn't this shitty Skyward Sword. Like, can we all finally agree that Skyward Sword is not that good? Finally, it's not that good. This is good. Skyward Sword, not that good. Neither was Twilight Princess. I replayed it. So those are my top 5 games. Now we got some dishonorable mentions, which I dumped over here on their own screen, and I didn't even give them a picture, because Resident Evil 7, this is not Resident Evil. And I'm about to talk about Resident Evil 7 more. But, man, just talking about the trailer, that is not Resident Evil at all. That is not the feeling or the vibe or the... Maybe the setting is Resident Evil. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about it. And Mass Effect Andromeda. Because, good God, could you seriously? I'll say it again. 3 years ago, we had more gameplay for No Man's Sky than we have for Mass Effect Andromeda. Can we get any gameplay? When is this game coming out? In 2020? Like, can you show anything? anything at all. It's baffling. It's not old, it's a dystopian future. I guess that's true. I don't know. These are just, I was going to get 5 disappointing games, but I wasn't disappointed by 5 things, which is good. I think overall E3 was kind of, oh, for Zelda, it's a dystopian future. Overall, this E3 I think was a little disappointing. I wasn't that excited about a lot of things. There are 5 games I'm super into, and there were We Happy Few is another one I'm into. That might not have been 5. I didn't count. It might have been 3. It might have been 6. I don't know how to count. Do whatever I want. I don't even use words. You want to see the card again? No? I'm going to go my predictions next because I think I did pretty well. I'm pleased. It's hard to spell. You know that? It's really hard to spell all words. All words ever. Not easy to spell. My chair is so squeaky. Okay. So I made a bunch of predictions. Where'd my marker go? I got a whiteboard here that I tried to clean. It turns out I don't know how to clean whiteboards. That's all I learned. So I'm gonna write these down as I go through. Jesus Christ. Alright, we got Zelda. I should have done this in the thing. I didn't. We got Zelda. We got, what was it, Sony, Microsoft. We got third party. Alright, let's go. These are my predictions for Zelda. There are quests and side quests. I don't really think I was right on this. There might be quests and side quests. They did not show it. So I fucked that up. I apologize. I don't apologize. Voice acting. Yeah, there was voice acting. Alright, that's 1. We're just going to count. 1. I get 1 for that. There was voice acting. They said there's going to be more. There wasn't a lot of it. Okay. Here's where things get interesting. A full dungeon, puzzles, items, and a boss will be shown. A full dungeon wasn't necessarily shown. They showed a lot of trials that aren't dungeons. But a whiteboard cleaning tutorial video. I might need it because I apparently can't clean a whiteboard. That's all gross. Fucking shit. Alright. They showed a bunch of puzzles, and they showed a bunch of items, and they showed a boss. But it wasn't really in a dungeon. I'm giving myself a half point there. So we're at 1.5. That's how points go. 1.5 points. Classic items, bombs, arrows will be shown. They were. As well as 2 brand new ones. I think between the magnet, which has a bunch of new uses, and what was the other one? Oh, the stopping time thing. That counts. Full point. I win. 2.5. Starting area of the game will be in a forest village per usual. Not true. Not true. Still, how did I do? 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2.5, 2.5. Gamepad will only be used as map item screen. It wasn't even used as a map or an item screen. I overestimated how little they'd use it. It's used for nothing, basically. So 3.5. Neo functionally downplayed but shown off and explained. Half a point because it kind of was bigger than I thought it was going to be, but it was shown and explained. 4. Am I counting this correctly? We might have to watch a counting tutorial because I don't know if I can. 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4. Perfect. A demo coming to stores or eShop. I still think this could happen. Maybe this is a little premature. I think it'll happen. Now, the crazy idea, of course, being Metroid Prime, strongly suggested that it's just a crazy idea I put there. And that didn't happen. But I got 4 out of 9. That's decent. 4 out of 9 predictions for Zelda. That's pretty good. Move on to Sony here. Norse God of War reveal 2017. Now, we didn't get 2017, but it probably is. Full point. I win. 4.5 is discussed, not this year unless it turns out to be a minor update. 4.5, not discussed at all. Not coming out this year, so I was half right. 1.5. Now let's see if I can count this time, because good God, I can't. 1.5. Horizon Dawn release date moved to spring. We already knew that before the press conference. VR integration, not talked about. But the first part, correct. 2 points. Bloodborne 2 tease, no. Good God, I'm disappointed. No Detroit or Last of Us 2. Well, there was no Last of Us 2. 2.5. Half in it. Half in the points. And Spider-Man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 3.5 out of 5. Over halfy way there. I'm doing good. I'm going to show this at the end. I'm going to draw some smiley faces on it and a little star. Because that's how you draw it. And I need to really clean this. I'm getting shit all over the place. It's a disaster. But Spider-Man happened. Crackdown 3 release date. Did not get it. It is coming to PC, though. Half a point. 0.5. Surprise HD re-release. There actually was a surprise HD re-release for Phantom Dust, which they barely talked about. You can find the news on websites. Here's Phantom Dust. It's being re-released on the Xbox One and PC next year. The HD re-release of it. So that wasn't what I was expecting it to be, but there it is, I guess. I don't know if I can know. 1.5. Done good. Phantom Dust shown. No. No HoloLens or cars falling from the ceiling. What I meant by this was any crazy dumb shit like that. And I don't think they really did. I think they finally realized, let's chill out. So what is that? 1.5, 2.5. Smaller Xbox One comes bundled with Gears or Halo. Oh, wait. No. I'm sad about that one. Oculus shown. No, but I do get to use this picture again, and I'm very pleased with that. They did mention VR, but it was kind of related to Minecraft, so no. That was 6, right? Yeah. So half, 1.5, 2.5, 2.5. Didn't do that great. 2.5. 2.5 out of 6. Not good. Oh, what did I do total? Oh yeah, we're doing it. We're doing the fun time whiteboard. That's what's happening. New game for Burnout devs. Where the fuck is Criterion? Seriously. No? New Resident Evil shown, but will not come out this year. Despite what people said. That's what the despite is. It's a reboot. Okay, I was wrong. It's not a reboot. Although it fucking feels like it is. Half a point. And when you say Capcom, when you say, oh, we're going to have a lot of big news, maybe there should be more news. So I'm at 0.5 because there's no Revelations 2, no remake shown. This happened before the show even happened. Release date moved to December. That's not half a point. So I get 1 point in total for this. Garbage. Garbage. Oh no, I get 2 because of the next one. Know the Evil Within 2. Very disappointed. Very. Especially after Resident Evil 7 not being anything close to what I wanted. Crazy idea. This isn't a crazy idea. This is fucking obvious. No Rockstar. Duh. No Rockstar. Let's total this up. We got 3 6s. That's 18. That's 27. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Boom. I see my whiteboard? There. 4 to 9 for Zelda Nintendo, 3.5 out of 6 for Sony, 2.5 out of 6 for Microsoft. Third party, 2 out of 6, a smiley face, a star. Total, 12 out of 27. Almost half of my predictions. I think that's pretty good. I've never done predictions, and ow, I kind of just hurt my arm. And oh god, what the fuck is back there? Maybe one day I'll learn how to make a whiteboard. Because it really, this got all dirty, like... Whiteboards suck. I don't like it at all. We should watch a whiteboard tutorial video. It's a good point. Ow, man, my chair hurts. Stupid chair. Stop being mean to me, chair. I don't like it. Ow, this chair really fucking hurt me. Jerk. Buy like a pillow to sit on. Squeaky, squeak. Come on to Resident Evil 7. So I played this. This is a thing I did. And it really... Oh, man. It really... Get hair. Really... There's some good things here. I like walking around, gathering notes. The inventory is cool. It takes up little squares. That's interesting. God, this chair hurts. How it really, God. That's cool. I don't necessarily like it's doing weird shit that doesn't feel Resident Evil to me, where you'll go into a room and then you turn around and there's a thing behind you and it's just a mannequin, but it's a thing behind you. Oh, that's scary. That's not Resident Evil. That's never been Resident Evil. It's a completely different style of horror. And it's not the horror I want. And we're not even sure what the demo, how indicative the demo is of the game. This isn't even in the game, first of all. There's some interesting stuff going on here, but it kind of gets in its own way. Oh wow, I almost found that secret right off the bat. So with PT, and my biggest complaint about PT was you kind of needed a guide. Like you could kind of fumble and bumble around and figure stuff out, but it wasn't that fun to figure out, in my opinion. And even with, you don't necessarily need a guide for this, but you can go through the whole demo and miss a bunch of stuff. And there's things you'll find, like, oh, there's this finger, and if you can use a lockpick on this thing, but you gotta search over here and you find it over there. And hey, Joel, I'm about to hate on Resident Evil 7. There's a real problem with this design aesthetic of, here's this thing we made, and we're not going to tell you exactly what's going on, or what all these items are for, or why they exist, and here you go. And so you just spend your entire time wandering around, not knowing what's going on, or what any of this stuff does. And it's cool to people. Like, they love how obscure it is, and that you have to go online and go to the web bloggity doos and figure things out, but I don't want that. Like, I finished this whole thing and I played this whole demo twice. And then I looked up stuff after it because there were items I got. Like, I never did anything with this. There's a locked drawer here. I don't know what the fuck's going on. You find this dummy finger. I still don't know what the dummy finger's for. There's a whole separate room to this. You find an axe, which I found out after the fact. Like, oh, there's an axe in this locked thing, but in order to get the locked thing, you had to know to look here behind a shelf in the camera footage, which is in here. Like, you get to play the camera footage and find stuff in the house, which is a cool idea, but none of it's explained and you can't solve it. Like, my problem with this is you can't make a game like this. You can make a demo like this and people might like it and think it's weird obscurity is fun, but you can't make a game like this because an entire game where nothing is shown to you or told, like there's just locked doors and you find random shit on the ground and oh, you had to look behind the treasure chest and go over here to these headphones and change the sound and the options to 7 for Resident Evil 7. Change them to 7 and that triggers a noise and that means something, or does it? I don't know. What the fuck does that mean? Stop. Can't I just play a goddamn game? Why do I gotta solve these weird... There are less hard puzzles in The Witness, and that's a puzzle game. It's like, stop it. Stop. Now, there's some cool stuff in this where, like, oh, this door is locked, and I need this to unlock the chain. So you go find the chain, the bolt cutter, chain cutter things. So you go and you do it, and you go back to the thing, and you unlock it, and you find the tape, and like, that's some cool Resident Evil stuff. But then the whole idea of not knowing where anything goes or is, or like that drawer's locked. I don't know. I got a finger. What the fuck does any of this mean? And why? Like, it doesn't have any reason to exist. There's people still looking at this demo online trying to find its mysteries, and I just don't care. What is the point? Like, okay, this would be like if I released a book, and in order to get to the last chapters, you had to flip the book a couple fucking times so that you could find the last chapters. But I didn't tell you had to do that. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why are games so up their ass about restricting what's in the game? You are literally hiding what's in the game from the people most excited about the game. I don't get it. I don't understand it all. Oh, wow, there's a good scare here with like a thing that falls. This demon baby. But that, again, is not Resident Evil. Shit falling from the sky and turning around and seeing a mannequin is not Resident Evil. Resident Evil is seeing the monster and being like, oh shit, what do? I gotta hide over here. The Evil Within is more of a Resident Evil game than this is, and I don't... The flip book. They don't understand. Like, I don't get it. This is it. Like, okay. So when CDs would have a hidden track at the end, that's cute. That's interesting. This is an entire demo where there's 30 hidden tracks at the end of it, but they play out of order and you don't know why or who or how, or like, it's so baffling to me how this... I don't get it. I don't get it. I know people find this fun and they like going online and seeing what other people are saying with the mystery, and there's people on YouTube and Twitch like, I'm looking at all the walls and I'm doing it all backwards and what if I do this? Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to play your game. I want to play a demo for your game. Your game, Capcom, is not going to play like this in terms of random shit popping out everywhere. And you can go through it missing entire things. Like, there's a third story here with a phone I never even saw. I never even saw because I didn't know how to get to the fuse thing. I don't understand it. And I need to see actual gameplay. Yeah, you're saying you're definitely not buying it. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, and I want to like it, but it's not, like, I need to see actual gameplay, because if the whole game, I stare at the butts and I make fun of the butts. because I think it's funny. The whole game is kind of like that, where it's just all obscure and nonsensical, and not even in the fun adventure game way of, you know, fit the gum into the shoe and then you make a gum shoe and that unlocks the door. Like, not even in that dumb way. Here's another dumb scare. Oh, how'd that get there? I don't know. How did it get there? There weren't ghosts in Resident Evil. They were all people. There were things that made sense. I don't get it. Where was I going with? Oh, the adventure game metaphor. Like, stuff like that makes more sense than this. Because I shouldn't have to, in a game, look behind a shelf in a limited, like, in a scene where you can't stay there forever. I have to go behind a shelf and find something in order to unlock this drawer for future me to grab an item that isn't used for anything but might be used. Like, it's... I don't get it. And part of this is really cool. Like, there's locked doors and you're walking around and it is spooky. I'm interested. But like it says, there's the inventory. But I'm not interested. I don't... Man. Maybe the ghosts are just sneakier. That's true. I guess that is true. There actually is a ghost in this demo you can see. And I might have saw her, but I don't know. Because she shows up for like a second in certain spots. And that's cool. Oh, Jesus. That scared me because I forgot it was there. I just look over. But Resident Evil was never about that. It was never about jump scares, really. Like, okay, the dogs jump through the window, but then you know there's dogs. And now it's like introducing enemies or mechanics as opposed to boo. It was never that. Even Silent Hill was never that. It was more that than Resident Evil was, but this is too much, and PT wasn't that amazing to me, and this feels a lot like, this feels like better PT, in my opinion, in terms of gameplay, like it has actual gameplay. And there's implications, or there's an impliance? Sure, let's make up words. That there's combat. So that's cool. The actual combat is interesting. I do think fighting in a horror game is necessary, because otherwise you're seen by the enemy and you just die. And you're like, oh, I guess I run away or I die. And there's no penalty, because how could there be? There's no survival. You run away? Like, that's my problem with Amnesia, was you just run away, or I just let the thing kill me, because if I let it kill me, it's probably not going to spawn in the same spot. And then I could just run back to where I was. Like, there was no punishment. That's what made the original Resident Evils so spooky, was the ink ribbons, and it was the traps, and it was the puzzles, and it wasn't necessarily, there was nothing hidden on the side. Like, you had to find things. If you came to a locked door, you had to go back and find the key. Not, there's 16 other fucking things falling on the ground. What's this finger for? I don't know. Why is this door locked? I don't know. You don't have to solve any of it. Well, huh? I don't know. I really don't know. Actually, yeah, Resident Evil 5 is great. I love Resident Evil 6. There's not a single mainline Resident Evil game that I didn't really like, except for Code Veronica, but that was just because of, like, it was really difficult at the beginning, and I just didn't care too much to play it. But I love them all. Revelations 1 and 2 are phenomenal. Like, if you like Resident Evil 4 or 5, Revelations is great. Both of them are great. Revelations 2, a lot of it feels like Resident Evil 4. The closest they've come back to Resident Evil 4. Has anyone ever cosplayed Resident Evil with a portable typewriter? Let's look that up, actually. Writer, look, typewriter with, like, not... Oh, we're gonna get Chicago typewriter. Why is it red? Nah, it doesn't look like it. You should cosplay as an ink ribbon. And it's just like a shirt that just says ink ribbon. But man, I like what it's going for, though. I think it could be interesting. I just need to see actual gameplay. Like, a good 15 minutes of the actual game would do a lot to show me if this is something I want to buy day one, or buy for $20 on a Steam sale, or never play. That's what I need. And this I thought was going to be that, but it really isn't. If this is indicative of the final game, I don't want to play the final game, really. I don't know. And the funny thing is, it's like spooky, but all the spooks are very the same each time. So after the first playthrough, I just wander around like, I could just run here. The guy's going to walk by. La la la. Who cares? That's interesting for me. But I don't know, man. There's a spooky spook coming up. So I have to drink, and I can't drink quietly. I'm sorry. Something in my eye. I'm dying. I don't know. You want to watch Horizon's terrible dialogue again? Because good God, it's bad. They should rename the subtitle just Horizon. We don't understand how to make NPCs. They're terrible. Zero Dawn. It's a long title. Maybe they should shorten it. That's not on me. They should shorten it, not me. This is cool and spooky. Like, it's got great atmosphere. There's a good spooky spook coming. You know what's coming. Like, why is he standing there like that? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because he's a dead guy. Maybe that's why. So there's that. I mean, that's a thing. That's a thing that happened. And the idea of playing, and like someone snuck a note in front of you while you were watching that, like, it's just a little goofy, and it wasn't goofy before, so I don't get it. Well, no, it was goofy. It wasn't goofy like that. Like, there's people sneaking around, putting notes everywhere. Like, what is this guy doing? He's toying with you, okay, but doesn't. He walks by the door too. There's the fuses. I never found the fuse. I couldn't find it. I don't know where it is, but that's how you unlock the stairs. I don't know why. I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh, does it show him walk by? Come on. Oh, here he is. You're at work? Clearly not working. Clearly not working very hard. I'm gonna watch myself play this game and try and understand. Okay, you're gonna find this key. Now, the key's only there now. Like, you can get to this place earlier, but the key is not there. I just don't know. Man, you go through here and you see him in the door. I don't know if you can see him. You can't turn off the flashlight. That's just how you see. I'm snooking around. Like, it's spooky. I'm snooking around, man. Gotta be really snooky in this game. He walked by the door. That's me looking at the door. Where are the fuse? Where's the goddamn fuse for the staircase? Might as well just stay and wait for the whole demo to play. Because it's only like... Have I really been rambling on about this stupid demo for 17 minutes? Good God. That door's locked. It is never open. That door shuts on you all the time, but I don't know why. Like, I guess you're shutting it on yourself. I don't really understand. The mannequins are still upstairs. There's rats on the floor. It's really bright. That's kind of what I appreciate about it, is that it is brighter than other scary games. I think you can do horror in a bright environment. That is definitely possible. Oh God, that stupid mannequin scares me every fucking time. Even now. I forgot about it. God. But Resident Evil doesn't do that. Why is this crazy guy throwing mannequins at me? And where is he? Because he comes at you from behind, so where the fuck did he go? Why is there a meat hook? There's promise here, but... I don't understand. And apparently it connects with the actual mainline story of Resident Evil in terms of like that stuff's going on or had happened. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand. I'm gonna watch this again. Here you go. The shittiest dialogue. Unbelievable.
Turn back! Corrupted machines in the valley!
I have to cross. I'm headed for the border.
Then may the goddess show mercy.
It's so... There's like 4 monsters here. They're so concerned.
It's corrupted!
I'm pretty sure they messed up with it. Like it wasn't supposed to hit you.
You did it!
You did it!
I came from Mother's Rise.
Corrupted attacked the village.
Yes, and something worse. A demon.
It's like a series of non sequiturs. Like, I came from Mother's Rise. Oh, corrupted attacked the village. Are we even talking about the same thing? Huh? What? If she already knew they attacked the village, and him telling her, what?
What do you mean, a demon?
It scuttled from the forest.
Scuttled.
Drove a group of watchers mad.
How did it do that?
I saw, but I did not understand. Oh, goddess, protect us!
Keep running for Mother's Crown, it's not far.
Come with me, or the demon will kill you.
I don't believe in demons, and I don't run when lives are at stake. Get out of here.
It's so bad. What is her hand doing? I don't believe in demons. I don't run away from demons. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. God. It's so bad. It's so bad. Unbelievable. Alright, well, what do you want to do? You want to watch stuff? You want to talk about how bad this dialogue is? Anything at all. You want to look at this shitty poster? Flip book. It looks really bad. Can we agree that how bad that dialogue is? And how the animation, what is she doing? Even him. I gotta get back to the town with the town peoples. There were corrupteds there and a demon. I don't get it. No one's talking about it. Again, no one is talking about how bad it looks. But the everything else looks great. But the NPC dialogue shit is 10 years old. And it looks really bad. Really bad. Which games are you excited about? Zelda. Definitely Zelda. Probably the most excited. And then probably Dead Rising 4 just because it's the soonest of anything I'm super excited about. I'm a big Dead Rising fan. And then I did just do a whole segment of 5 games, but Prey. I thought Prey looked amazing. But this year overall was kind of light, I think, on big stuff that I'm into. It was just kind of, there's more games, okay. Here's a snowboarding game that exists. Wildlands could be really cool, but I don't know. I probably won't get it. But it could be good. Ubisoft makes great stuff. But they kind of make 17 open world games. I can't play all 17 open world games. And Horizon looks good too. It's just laughable how bad their dialogue is. What else we got? I can't even look at this poster because it doesn't have anything on it. God of War could be good. I don't know. It's a whole Whole thing. Mainly Zelda, because damn, I love Zelda, and that was exactly what I wanted. All that shit for Zelda. That was good. That was a lot of good stuff. There's like over 100 trials, just like puzzle dungeons. Amazing. Super into it. Super into it. Resident Evil 7, super disappointed. That was the main problem, I guess, for the shows. I was expecting a bunch of cool Resident Evil stuff, and the Evil Within 2. Didn't get the Evil Within 2. Resident Evil stuff was very underwhelming. So, I mean, even from a conference perspective, EA's was no. We don't have anything for Mass Effect. Ubisoft was 10 hours long. Microsoft was fine, but it was a bunch of stuff we already knew about, and a lot of that stuff I'm not super into, except for Dead Rising 4. And then what? Sony's was good. I mean, Days Gone. A lot of zombie games. I'm not a big zombie guy, but there are a lot of zombie games this year that I'm into. I'm into scary, spooky zombies, and Resident Evil 7, not into. Which is a bummer. Big bummer. Watch more of this, that was my favorite part, when he ran away. He's booking it. Gotta get away from that demon. Gotta get the fuck out of New Zealand. Too ambitious considering the Wii U. I can agree with that. Why did I pause this? It does look really ambitious. I don't think it feels empty. It feels no more or less empty to me than Witcher 3. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it feels a little empty, but there's always something to find. Like there was always items on the ground or enemies running around. It seemed like there was enough, and even the idea of like, oh, I want to go to that mountain is enough. I need to go over there, and it's just a journey to get there is enough. I don't think it needed more in the overworld. Really, it could use more, sure. But I thought that was mostly fine. Like, that is a big concern beforehand going into it. I think they showed enough with the open world. It's incredible that the game runs on Wii U. I don't really know how they're doing a lot of that stuff. It is cell shaded, so maybe it's kind of like a low poly situation, but that's impressive. And I don't. No, it's basically exactly what I wanted. It's a little different in certain respects, but like the items, how they changed items are completely. It's basically one. You can have one item equipped at a time in addition to your weapon that you use on L, and then you know, oh, I have the bomb, so I press L to use the bomb, and you can change that out. That was an interesting change. How many items are going to be in there? I don't know. There was only a certain amount of slots, so maybe you'd have to pause to change the slots, or not. Otherwise, there's only 5 things because they showed them all, which is concerning. But I don't know. That's the cool thing too. I mean, I watched 6 hours of the game. I think I'm totally in for Zelda. I mean, some of the shit you can do, like, or even like a wild boar will get lost in a camp of enemies, and the enemies start fighting it, and they're distracted by like there's stealth in a Zelda game. These things aren't amazing in and of themselves, but for a Zelda game, they're new and they're really impressive to me. Just as impressive as this, I feel like the combat in Horizon, I don't know, it's a little funny. There's something about it that makes me feel like in the actual game I'm not going to be the same. Does she have a melee ability? I wonder. I don't know, I'm not super familiar with it. And how canned was that? And she just straight up ran over a tree with the machine. I didn't notice that before. Yeah, like wasn't impressive. I don't know. I think Horizon looks really good, but I'm not as super into it as a lot of other people are. It has a weird animation too. I do think the trapping thing is cool. But is that unlimited? That seems to have a number down there on the screen. I don't know. And then things just fall over all the time. Like, why aren't you attacking? I don't know. It's weird. These canned E3 demos are weird in how they're played. They want because it's basically the same each time, sort of. Or maybe the deer comes back to you after a certain point. The robo deer. Who knows? I do think. Oh, I didn't mention Detroit. I think Detroit looks incredible. Shooting arrows from horseback. Sure. I didn't mention Detroit. Detroit, I think. I love that style of choose your own. I guess it's choose your own adventure. I don't know. Horror. That. Archery. Here you go. Fire's passion for horseback archery. No. Horseback archery like you've never seen it before. All right. I don't care. Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm glad I cut it and didn't see the beginning of it. Yeah, I imagine. Okay, you're kind of going really fast though. Like, you don't need to be going that fast. I don't know. This might have been the wrong video. Jesus, am I getting shot at? All right. Yeah, I've never seen horseback archery like that. I'm not sure if I want to see it again. Thanks, car alarm. I will just do the first one. Good job talking. All right, talking. Was there a single arrow in this video? That was lame. That was super lame. All right, that was incredibly lame. How could you make horseback archery look so dumb? Could you get a better camera angle for that? One that makes it look like he's not about to shoot the guy, at least. Ridiculous. Now, oh, here you go. This might be better. No, no. Why did I do that? No. Damn it. No, I don't care that's in Florida. There you go. That was cool. I'm into this. This is the best one. Yeah, that one's good. I don't know why you need to shoot up at the sky. Are you being attacked by a helicopter while you're riding a horse? I don't understand that, but I guess it makes sense. All right, you're gonna talk again. I think we'll call it there. That's enough for this rambly, mostly about E3, sometimes about archery. You're being attacked by aliens? Is that what it is? Is that Swimming with horses in Jamaica. What is happening? No. 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 I do this, whatever this is, horseback riding archery show, every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, mainly just to talk about archery now. And horses and curly fries. We could talk about curly fries again. That was a good time. Joel had to leave work. I don't know why he's watching this at work. Shame on you, Joel. Shame. Shame. That upward shot makes me question what conspiracy theories that guy doesn't believe in. That is a good point. Why did you build that? What is up there? What do you have to shoot it with an arrow? I guess it's just to show how cool you are with a bow. But there's no practical reason, really, to ever shoot anything straight up. Like never. There's like never a reason. It maybe if you were being attacked by a bear or like a lion. A lion would be more movable. And birds. Birds is the answer. That's it. But if you were being attacked by a lion and it jumped at you and you're like at the bird, that would make sense. That would make sense. It's not time for bird videos. But the birds also make sense because but not straight up. You wouldn't shoot a straight up. That's when you're going to attack the bird. Oh, the bird's over there. Let me wait for him to get right above me while I'm riding a horse. There's a lot of things that have to go in here because you're also on a horse. That's the thing we need to remember. He's on a horse looking directly up, attacking a bird. I think you were right. I think you were right on the aliens. The aliens makes the most sense. I think that the aliens definitely makes the most sense. That's some tinfoil hat shit. I gotta shoot up no. And no, we're not watching bird videos. You're a bad influence with you and your birds. Some of these videos it suggests for me, I'm like, what the fuck? Probably because all your bird videos, I'm getting weird shit. Huh? Silly things to do on a horse, like shaking, shaving. What? Alright, let's just type that in and see what it does. Things to do with a horse. Not a horse without an E. I guess it searched for me. Things we do with horses that'd be weird if we did with people. No. Stupid things we do on our horses. This video is 7 years old. Let's watch it. Oh, look at these kids playing on horses. I don't want to watch you playing with your horse. Nope. I'm out of here. How did this get 38,000 views 7 years ago? Horse fails. Great horse games. 100 things to do with your horse level 2 preview. What does that mean? Things you can do with a horse head mask. Well, that's relevant. Winter activities with your horse. Put a coat on it. That's what the picture is basically. Winter fun exercises for your horse. Horse people. There are horse people? 15 different ways to ride your horse. Really? 15? Oh, this is that horse lady. Oh, she's going to pop up at the bottom of the screen. Jerk. That's not a way to ride your horse. Also, we can't see you. You're in the shade. Okay, well that's... No. Nope. Nope, we're done. Calling it. Calling it. Merry Christmas, horse. What am I even watching? Nope. Goodbye. Thanks for hanging out, Will. Merry Christmas. I just saw that lady fall on her horse. No, she's underneath the horse. Nope. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.